As a kid, I adored Goosebumps. I had dozens upon dozens of the books in a little library in my room, and I loved watching the ever-cheesy show, of course. A couple of videos back, I went over some shows and movies that scared me as a kid, and one thing I remembered was a Goosebumps story about a cat trying to kill its owner that genuinely got under my skin. So while searching for it, I come to find out that they apparently made an episode based off the book, which is weird because I could have sworn I'd seen every episode. So without further ado, let's jump into this lost episode as I watch it for the very first time. This is Cry of the Cat. So the episode begins with two kids calling it a pet exorcist because the cat is, I don't know, haunted, I guess?
I am the pet exorcist.
Okay.
That's when we saw it.
So what?
Her favorite bowl. It was broken in two.
So in a scene which I believe is supposed to be reminiscent of The Exorcist, the man confronts the frightening feline.
I don't hear anything. It's over. It's really over.
What? Did you not hear that fedora fucker screaming out in agony just like seconds earlier? It doesn't really matter anyway, because as it turns out, this was all just part of a movie they were filming.
Cut! Cut, 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 cut! Cut! Doesn't anybody appreciate me?
Yeah, you and me both, pal. Anyways, this is Allison, and it turns out she's a bit of a diva.
Yeah, you can get me something, Marta. You're my agent. You can get me out of this dumb horror movie.
You know, I'm not typically one for, physically disciplining your child. But in this case...
Now this is going to make you a huge star.
Wait, you're not even a star yet and you're acting like this?
Whatever. I'm gonna go for a ride and try to learn my lines. I'll be back after lunch. Maybe.
Good afternoon, Miss Rogers.
Hi.
Hey, Allison, how's it going?
On a break, Allison fails to hit her brake when a cat darts out into the road in front of her. Going into a nearby house with its door wide open, Allison goes in to look for the owner.
Who are you? Allison. Allison Rogers. You've probably seen me on TV. No.
This is Crystal, and unfortunately, Allison has to break the bad news to her.
There was an accident. I think I ran over him.
Why does it look like you're trying to hold back laughter, you fucking psychopath? Instead of being upset over her injured, potentially dead cat, Crystal begins worrying about how this will anger the cat, who she calls Rip.
Should go. Go right now. Don't you want to help me find him? No, I don't ever want to see that thing again.
Well, that was normal. Back on set, Allison takes a drink of her water only to find hair in it.
Okay. Who put cat hair in my water?
How do you know what cat hair tastes like? Some things are better left unanswered. Allison chalks this off as a prank pulled by her co-star Ryan, who also happens to be a bit of a diva himself.
Hair!
While continuing the shoot,
Oh my God, I did not think he was going to do that. That scared me. That actually scared me a little bit. Anyways, I'll see you later, man.
the crew goes to help Allison, who tells them what she saw.
Rip's under there.
Who's Rip?
The cat I ran over at lunch.
But when they pick up the cabinet, there's no demonic cat to be found, and they write her off. If only someone, maybe multiple people, had an expensive film camera that could have recorded the cat as proof. Okay, I know Goosebumps is often hit or miss with their production design, but this is definitely a major hit. It reminds me so much of the dog thing from The Thing, and I really hope we see more of it. Taking a mental health break, Ryan talks with Allison.
You ever want to talk or anything? I can give you the name of my therapist. I mean, he is great. He does all the big stars.
Thanks, Ryan.
Oh, bro fumbled so hard right there. And I should know a thing or two about fumbling hard. Going into her trailer, she is shocked to discover her room having been all torn up.
Who did this?
It's Rip.
Who?
Rip the cat. He wants revenge.
Damn, usually in these things, the character remains in denial up until it's already too late. But no, Allison is 100% already convinced that this is the work of the cat. And that's actually kind of a breath of fresh air to me. But while I believe her, Ryan unfortunately doesn't. And worse yet, the director is already considering recasting her, which seems a bit premature. Huh, maybe she should go around assaulting random civilians. That seems to help people keep their jobs. Unfortunately for Allison, Rip isn't finished messing with her quite yet. Alright, good. There are tons of people around. Just take everyone and show them the demonic cat in the... Oh, god damn it. Yeah, sure, be stupid. Now I hope you don't make it. Foolishly, reaching out to the cat instead of, I don't know, poking with a stick or something, Allison ends up getting scratched as Rip runs away. Oh yeah, look at that Goosebumps screen. Back on set, Allison begins acting like a cat eating raw fish.
Would you like some bread with that?
Licking her hands, much to the bewilderment of her co-stars and crew.
I gotta go.
What, you ain't into furries, kid? While filming, Allison's new cat instincts take over and she jumps off the set, luckily landing on her feet. Like a cat! Taken to the hospital, the doctor is surprised to find Allison in perfect condition, as a fall like that surely should have broken some bones at the very least. That night, vengeful Pussy pays her a visit, but presumably, Allison's newfound cat-like reflexes come in clutch as she yeets that motherfucker away. Escaping her room, she overhears the doctor talk about her blood tests, which somehow came back with cat DNA mixed in. She goes back to Crystal's house in an attempt to find answers, and comes across old newspaper clippings of Crystal's mom's former animal testings, before Crystal finally shows herself. Allison is confused as to how Rip is still alive after having been run over, thrown out a window, and, yeeted. Crystal explains that Rip has 9 lives, but is on to his last one and is now scratching Allison in order to sap away her life energy, so that his own life may be prolonged.
He only has 1 life left, and he won't stop until he has yours.
Before he can do that, they decide to take his final life and put an end to his reign of terror once and for all. In an attempt to find him before he finds them, they go off to his burial site at a real-life pet cemetery, where the film also happens to be shooting that night. Okay, that's just... it's genius. Okay, so let me go over what happens next, because it's kind of crazy. Allison goes to the graveyard to warn everyone, but is shrugged off. And she discovers that they somehow already, replaced her. That was fast. Well, if it's that easy, why couldn't they just do that for Ezra? The crew takes Rip's real gravestone, replaces it with one for the killer movie cat, and they proceed to dig up Rip's actual grave? Hold on. This movie set is desecrating the literal grave of an actual deceased cat? What? Jesus! Imagine going to visit your beloved family pet only to find out some Hollywood asshole came and dug it up for a movie? What the fuck is happening right now? Is this legal? How does this work? I don't think it's legal to dig up a human grave. Is it animal grave? What? But in digging up Rip's grave, they end up releasing his angry spirit. And I gotta admit, these are some pretty good special effects for the time and for the budget of this TV show. As everyone runs for their lives, the 2 kids flee back to Crystal's house, and the 2 of them finally meet Crystal's... Holy fuck! What the fuck is that? Like, that's both simultaneously disgusting and awesome at the same time. I guess this is the closest we'll ever get to getting a live-action Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island.
Oh, man.
They're here for you, Rip.
Anyways, in a cruel twist of fate, Crystal's mom informs the kids that she's going to sacrifice them to Rip in order to save her and her daughter's lives. Which I don't fully understand, because you said he only had 1 life left.
He only has 1 life left.
So, just kill him. Seems simple enough, considering Allison already did it 3 times in the past 24 hours.
They're ready for you, Rip. They're all yours.
But of course, they don't think of this, and Allison and Ryan are left to fend for themselves in the basement. So she takes her mouse toy. Oh, yeah, did I forget to mention the episode established her, autistic special interest was from ice? And yeah, I forgot about that. And fills it with a random vial of something. I don't know, probably Prime. feeds it to Rip, and he subsequently, fucking explodes. Although Ryan does end up getting scratched in the commotion. All seems to be fixed when his scratch mark disappears and Crystal's mom is transformed back to normal somehow.
Thank you. Thank you both.
What the fuck are you two smiling about? She just tried to sacrifice you to her cat 2 minutes ago. Call the police!
Bravo!
It was totally great.
Wait, what? What? Okay, let's just recap what happened here. So apparently none of this was real and it was all part of the movie, yet Crystal says this.
And a perfect way to break in our new TV.
Alluding to earlier in the episode when she says,
We don't have a TV. Mom says they lie.
implying that this is real, but wait, it's not? But what? What? And to make things even more confusing,
You know, the only thing I didn't like about that movie, it didn't have a twist ending. I hate that.
Yeah, me too. I love a good twist ending.
Excuse me? What just happened? What was that fucking cat shadow thing they showed for 2 seconds? Oh, why is he? Is this real? Is this not real? Is this what? What? Explain yourself, R.L. Stein! So yeah, that was one of the most confusing episodes of Goosebumps I've ever watched. I genuinely don't know what the hell happened at the end there. As I said in the beginning, I had read the book as a kid and this was my first time watching this adaptation, but as the show kept going on, I realized that this is not at all the same story. And as it turns out, it isn't. R.L. Stein apparently wrote not one, but 2 Evil Cat with 9 Lives stories, just 2 years apart. So the one I read as a kid was actually called A Cat's Tale, which was a short story featured in his anthology, More Tales to Give You Goosebumps, while this episode was based on the other story, Cry the Cat. And from my memory, the one I read as a kid was so much better. I might just have to order a copy on eBay so I can read it again and see if it truly holds up though. But one thing I can say with complete certainty is that the practical effects in this episode are just top notch. Like, probably the best I've ever seen in Goosebumps. And just in general, the design and puppeteering of Rip was just genuinely excellent. I'm still surprised I never saw this episode as a child, and after having taken a look through their IMDb page, it appears that there are a few episodes I can't ever recall having watched, so if you're interested in me delving into them, let me know in the comments below. And I don't have anything clever or witty to say to end this video on, so I guess, I'm a cat!